Yo guys, Delirious Sanity here again with another one of my mods, and today we are actually on Skyrim, surprisingly. I've been messing around with the playthrough on here and I decided I wanted a few mods, so I made them. Anyway, the mod in question here is called My Weapon Rebalance. Essentially I picked out a few of the weapons that I noticed that I play with a lot. Those weapons are the Daedric Bow, the Dragon Priest Dagger, the Ebony Blade, the Orcish Sword, and the Orcish War Axe. I can add more weapons to this list if you want them rebalanced or a little bit more powerful or whatever you want. Those are just the weapons that I use, and I'll actually probably add a little bit more of the ones that I want as well. So the location of these weapons is going to go ahead and be in Whiterun. Right next to the Skyforge, and I'll show you where that's at in just a second. I guess the only other thing that I have to say is I tried not to make them incredibly powerful. They're just a little bit more powerful than the Dragon Bone stuff, so anyway. Here we've got the Sacrificial Sword, which is the Orcish Sword. We've got the Sacrificial War Axe, which is the Orcish War Axe. The Acromenius, and that is the Daedric Bow, of course, and the Dragon Priest Dagger, which I did not feel like renaming. Couldn't think of a good enough name. Anyway, the other weapon, which was the Ebony Blade, you cannot get from there. I went ahead and edited the base stats of that one, since it's a weapon that only spawns once in the game and the quest is kind of fun in my opinion, so I don't mind putting in the work for a weapon as nice as this is. Anyway, starting from the top, obviously I believe this bow is the most OP thing out of everything in the game. I wanted to make a stealth character where I could essentially one-shot most things with this bow, and that's going to go ahead and do it for me. Damage sitting at 113 and the weight is at 3.5. Comparatively, the Dragon Bone bow is 83 and the weight is 20, so weight's a little less and the damage is a little more. The other one we have is the Dragon Priest Dagger, which here is the base Dragon Priest Dagger, flawless. The one that I made is just 11 more points of damage, with weight decrease and I guess a value decrease as well. Didn't mean that. The other thing we've got here is the Ebony Blade, which I forget what the original damage was, but it wasn't this high. I just wanted to make it a little bit more higher, which I actually might make it even higher because it is a two-handed sword, and I feel like compared to other two-handed swords, that's about average. I wanted to pump it up a little bit more. The Orcish Sword is a base 28, which is not the one that I edited, but if you go down to the Sacrificial Sword, bumps it up almost double the damage, so it goes from 28 to 62, with a weight loss as well. The Sacrificial War Axe is at 74 damage, which is a little high in my opinion. I didn't mean to make it that high, with the weight sitting at 6. Comparatively, a little more than double the damage, which is pretty powerful for a War Axe, but yeah, like I said, I didn't mean it to be that powerful, and I might go back and rebalance the War Axe and the Ebony Blade, probably within the next update. Anyway, this is the version 3 of this mod, because I did have to do a few updates in the beginning just to make sure it was working. All of these weapons work well. The only, I guess, complaint about my own mod that I have is the fact that for some reason you can't make these flawless in the grindstone. But that's okay because they're actually more powerful than their flawless versions original. So anyway, those are the weapons that I created just to start off. If there's any weapons you would like for me to do, let me know the weapon, and specifically let me know how much damage you want it to do. I don't really want to make OP ass weapons, so unique ones I'd be more obliged to do. Anyway guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.